Started by taking out a pen and taking notes because I'm going to tell you exactly what to do right here, right now. This is really simple. It's so simple that most people won't do it. Instead, they'll spend months searching online for something complicated. And I'm telling you, this is how it gets done. Step one, you sit down and you figure out, how do you want to be living your life? Let's say 24 months from now, 36 months from now. Don't go 10 years into the future with fantasy land where you can hide out with a bunch of BS. Today, 36 months from now, how do you want to be living your life? What kind of house do you want to be living in? What kind of car do you want to be driving? What kind of vacations do you want to be taking? What kind of domestic services do you want to employ? What kind of education do you want to provide for your children? How do you want to be living your life 36 months from now? Step one. Step two, figure out what it's going to cost to support that lifestyle. How much will it cost to buy the house and to service the mortgage on that house? How much will it cost to lease that car? How much will it cost to pay that tuition? How much will it cost for those domestic services? Just come up with a number. Step three, if you don't already know the margin, the profit margin on your business, just use 25% as a rough rule of thumb. It'll be close enough for the first pass at this, right? And that's another thing. There's a first pass, then there's a second pass, then there's a third pass, then there's a fourth pass, then there's a fifth pass. And by the time you get to the 37th pass, you'll be in a better position to do the 38th pass and then the 39th pass. And my business this year will gross around $33 million. And you know what we're going to do at the end of the year? We're going to do this exact same exercise again for next year. You keep doing this, you keep doing this, you keep doing this, and you get better at it with practice. So the next step is, I forgot what step we're on. Step 4, I think, is, let's say 25% as a rough margin. So you figure out how you want to be living your life, step 1. You figure out what it's going to cost to live that life, step 2. You figure out your profit margin, your your net operating income profit margin. If you don't know what it is, just use 25% for the time being. Now you know what your gross revenue needs to be. Now you have a real idea of what the gross revenue needs to be. And when someone says to you, how much do you want your firm to gross? You actually have a real number and not just a bunch of BS. All right. Then you got that gross revenue target. You take that gross revenue target and you divide it by your average case value. Oh, I can never tell my average case value. Every case is different. No, there's an average case value. How many cases did you close? How many cases did your firm handle last year? Divide that by your gross revenue, and whether you like it or not, that's your average case value. Now, we could do something to make that better, but it is what it is, and we'll use it to start with, right? So you take your gross revenue requirement, divide it by your average case value, and now you know how many cases you need. All right, well, to have that many cases, how many prospective new clients do I have to sit with? That gives you a marketing target. To handle that many new cases, how many attorneys do I need? How many paralegals do I need, right? And these are all going to be rough numbers the first time you do it.